But we begin this hour with a new controversy centered around former President Jimmy Carter. He's offering up information on Israel's unacknowledged nuclear arsenal. Let's go live to our White House correspondent, Ed Henry. He's watching this story. Ed, what is the White House saying about Jimmy Carter's reported remarks about Israel's nuclear arsenal?
Well, if I spoke to White House spokeswoman Dana Perino, she would not comment on this. This is obviously an explosive story. According to the Times of London, over the weekend at a literary festival, former President Carter basically came out and said that Israel has 150 nuclear weapons in its arsenal. That's startling, of course, because Israel is not a declared nuclear power, even though it is widely assumed they do have some nuclear weapons. The newspaper says that the former president said this in the context of urging the Bush administration to talk directly with Iran to try to convince Tehran to give up its own thirst for nuclear weapons. As I mentioned, I reached out to Dana Perino. She would not comment. The State Department not commenting. Also, the Israeli embassy here in Washington. I spoke to an official there. They do not want to touch this story as well. We've reached out to the Carter Center in Atlanta. They're not commenting at all. Obviously, this is an extremely sensitive story. Former President Carter has not been in the Oval Office in about 30 years. It's unclear even when was the last time he would have had access to such highly classified intelligence, Wolf.
You were with President Bush, Ed, on his recent visit to Israel when he was celebrating Israel's 60th anniversary. He's trying to get this peace process started once again involving the Israelis and the Palestinians. How do Carter's reported comments about Israel's nuclear arsenal impact this White House strategy?
This is why the story is so explosive. This could make someone like Iran say, look, if Israel has 150 nuclear weapons, why shouldn't we be a nuclear power at a time when the U.S. is trying to make sure that Iran does not get nuclear weapons? Just in recent months, we've had the story about Israel taking out that site because they thought Syria was trying to get a nuclear weapon. This could lead others in the Mideast to say, look, if Israel has 150 nuclear weapons, if this story is to be believed, and a U.S. ally has 150 nuclear weapons in that region, then others should have weapons to protect themselves as well. It could obviously have enormous ramifications for this White House as they try to deal with the Mideast diplomatically, Wolf.
It would merely, at least the fear would be, reinforce those who want to proliferate nuclear weapons as opposed to those who want to see non-proliferation go forward. All right. Thanks very much, Ed Henry at the White House watching this story. We'll stay on top of it for ramifications. Let's get to the race for the White House.
If this were a dictatorship, it'd be a heck of a lot easier. Just so long as I'm the dictator.